I love this Michelangelo quote that says that the greater danger for most of us is not that our aim is too high and we miss it, but that it is actually too low and we hit it. Ouch, right? What I've realized working with, so many entrepreneurs through, This Is My Era and other businesses is that we make mistakes when we're goal setting. So the purpose of this video is to really just talk about some of the common mistakes we make when we're goal setting and how to avoid them. Now, the first common mistake that I see that people make when they're goal setting is not knowing your why, right? You just write this goal like, hey, I want to make 100,000 in revenue this year. And then when I ask them why is that important to you? And they don't really have a clear answer as to why making $100,000 in revenue is important. Now, the danger in setting an arbitrary goal without knowing the why is that you don't really know the purpose of that goal. And when you have other goals listed out, it'll be very unclear for you to know which one takes more priority versus the other. So you might find yourself this week, this is the season and the flavor of the month. And then next week, this is the flavor of the month. And you're never really moving the needle because your whys for each of those goals are not clearly defined. The reason why you want to make sure that each goal has a why is because then you can really understand the importance of the goal amongst the other goals. And also you have a clear insight as to the purpose, as to why that is a goal in the first place. So you want to make sure you think just beyond writing the goal itself to really go a next level in really understanding why is that goal important and why is it showing up on your list. The second mistake that a lot of people make is that we set so many goals. In fact, I've sat down with entrepreneurs that have 15, 20 goals that they want to achieve in 90 days. Well, it's good to be ambitious and to have a lot of things that you want to achieve. But what I found is that the longer the list, the more difficult it will be for you to actually accomplish any single one of those goals on that list. So what I try to encourage people to do is just identify 5 to 8 areas of life and then just set a goal for each, because it becomes a manageable list. It's something that you can remember, and you can then clearly align on prioritization on a much shorter list. But when you have 20 goals, you don't really even know when to start when you wake up every single day. You surely don't want to be setting too many goals. Usually 5 to 8 is kind of like the sweet spot if you're putting, one goal for each area of life. But if you're really just focused on your business goals, you generally want to have, about 3 goals, because then it really allows you to be super focused during that 90-day or 1-year period in really driving action towards achieving your goal. Now, the other mistake that entrepreneurs make is they set other people's goals. Yes, you might hear your mentor tell you like, hey, this is cool. Don't you want to do this? And then you set it as a goal just to make them happy. Or even in life in general, your parents want you to be a doctor or they want you to go to engineering school, but you are really passionate about music. But then now you start adding that goal that your parents really want as a goal for your life. But deep down, you know that, hey, this is not something that I want to do. Now, the danger in that is that you can go and do it to please your parents, but for you yourself, you won't have any drive or any passion to really follow through and achieve that goal. So really make sure that the goals that you set and you put energy and focus towards are goals that have a meaning to you, and you're not just putting those goals to just make someone else feel happy. Now, another mistake that I find people making when they're goal setting is they do not make their goals smart. Yes, there are people out there walking with very dumb goals. And what do I mean by that? For example, imagine just setting a goal saying, I want to lose weight, or I want to save money. those are two dumb goals because they don't clearly specify in a very specific way and also in a very measurable way, how much money do you want to save or how much weight do you want to lose, right? So if you lose 1 pound, or if you make or if you save $1, have you achieved your goal or not? So you want to make sure that you make your goals SMART, and SMART is an acronym for specific, measurable, attainable, relatable, and time-bound. So you want to make sure you put a time on that goal to say, I want to save $1,000 by December 31st, 2021. So there's really kind of like a milestone marker as to when you want to achieve that goal. Number two, you can measure that goal, right? You want to save $1,000, but also you want to ask yourself fundamental questions like, is this attainable based on your income or other factors in your life? And also, is this something that is relevant to what you're trying to do, which is the R. So it's super important as you are making goals that you make them as SMART goals, because these are goals that you can really then understand what you need to do over the next 90 days, 180 days, or a year in order to hit that goal. So make sure you just don't put dummy goals that don't really tell you anything, but you put your goals as SMART goals. And then the last mistake that I see a lot of people doing is they set negative goals. Yes, you've heard me right. They set negative goals. So an example of a negative goal is something like, I want to stop procrastinating. I mean, the intention is good, right? You want to stop procrastinating. However, using the word stop is negative in a sense. So instead of, I want to stop procrastinating, maybe you want to say something like, I want to be more proactive, So you want to always state your goals in the positive. Because when you state your goals in the positive, it becomes something that you feel good about and something that you can really go behind in achieving, rather than setting your goals in a negative way. So these are just some quick tips to help you as you set your goals, and just try to avoid these mistakes that I've outlined. And what you'd actually see is that you're going to be able to now really go behind your goals, take the action that you need to take, and actually see yourself accomplishing those goals. And by the way, you can go download some templates from ThisIsMyEra that has a goal worksheet. So it enables you to really write out your goals in this worksheet format that we have, and you can go download it for free, and you can see instructions on how to use it. But it's a tool that I use every 90 days to help me with my goal setting process. So I think it will be something good that you can also use as you're setting your own goals for your life and your business. And by the way, I'm Kuda Biza. I'm a serial entrepreneur, and I'm really, really passionate about helping other entrepreneurs to reach their fullest potential.